phone on so it doesn't go off. Welcome. Planning Board meeting, Tuesday, April 1st, 2025, 7 PM, Town Hall. What is the wish of the yeah, what is the wish of the board?
Motion open?
Seconded.
All those in favor? To open. So moved. Thank you. All right. Agenda tonight. So there was I think I'm on here. Clerical error. We had missed an agenda topic that we had continued from the previous meeting. So due to just being cautious, we are going to continue that until a later date. This is in regards to MBTA zoning, but we do have Innes here tonight to give us a little update prior to. This is just for our review. So we'll let you guys give us the update, and then we'll meet. We'll schedule a date. We'll have to figure out a day this week. We have to have this all sorted through and voted upon before next Monday night's meeting, to be able to get onto the warrant. So we'll have a meeting this week, whether we do it Zoom or if we can make it here, whatever, but we will make it public. It'll be enough notice. But just due to being cautious and not having it opened up and spoken about tonight, because it's not on the agenda, that we'll just continue it. But with that, Innocent, who's going to be speaking, I put the microphone over there. So thank you.
Thank you very much. For the record, Emily Ennis of Ennis Associates. We're happy to just make a report, and then you can discuss, as you say, at a continued meeting. What we've given you is a draft dated today, which is an updated draft of the zoning. We met with the Select Board last night, and they had their vote. We had some minor amendments from the Attorney General's office, had added a shall, and I think one other amendment in there that had a chance to review it. In our review and in listening to the conversation at the Select Board's meeting last night, we did make a couple of minor changes ourselves. One is line 69. You'll see that they're lined now so that you can follow along easily. We did change the definition of duplex slightly to allow for side-by-side or front to back or one above the other. There should also be a colon after the word following in line 66. We tightened up just a few extra word typos. They are fairly de minimis. But the other thing I did want to call out is table E dimensional, or section E dimensional standards, the table there, which is roughly line 109. We made a change to the maximum lot coverage. So we had looked again at the fact that we were doing building types, which is a little unusual. So we increased the maximum lot coverage slightly to 40%. We left the maximum impervious area alone. And we had a dwelling units per acre limitation. We changed it to lot area per dwelling unit to 3,000 square feet of lot area per dwelling unit. That actually reduces your unit capacity to 136, keeps your density at 16.4, sorry. And 100, is that 137? So I can't read is what you're telling me. Excellent. 130, it's been a long day. 137 and 16.4, which is a slight, it's mathematics, but it's just slightly lower than what you had before. So that was the only change, just provided an additional level of control. And then I think we changed one reference under F1, line 126, and just took out some words in F2 design guidelines. We had called it design standards instead of design guidelines. And in the waiver, we just made it the waiver to be in the interest of design flexibility and overall project quality. That is line 210. I think that's it. All right. So those were the only changes. As I said, most of them were non-material, but we did want to call your attention to the dimensional changes, which, as I said, reduce the numbers slightly, but still have you guys compliant.
Awesome. Thank you. Reduction in numbers, good. That meet the requirements. All right. So thank you for the updates. There's really no more discussion to be had. It's just the update, and then we need to pick a date, time and date for continuing the public hearing, being that it's not on the agenda, so you guys,
be 48 hours with these meetings Friday, right?
yeah,
And I am out of town Friday.
all right. I'm not available tomorrow. Thursday, I can swing Thursday.
I'm also out of town.
I think we can't do it. I don't think we can do Thursday because of the notification.
48
Time-
hours
time
in
frame.
advance of the meeting.
Okay,
We could do Monday,
so we have to do Monday afternoon?
if we could do it before 5 PM. And we could, like we said, do it, we could do a Zoom meeting as well, so that you can all participate remotely. The governor did extend, or they did extend the order for remote meetings, so we would be able to do that. And it would be obviously just to hear this particular matter. So I don't anticipate it being very long, as we've already had lengthy discussions back and forth with the consultant.
I think I would need to attend by Zoom if it's before 5.
Yeah.
On Monday?
You know, on
Yeah.
Monday.
Yeah, same.
But I can do it.
Yeah, the Monday, I have 12 to 2 open and then 3 on open.
Yeah, I didn't even bring my work calendar. This is just my after-hours calendar.
I would probably be good at 4, if we could do 4 maybe.
4?
We do-
Can do 4. 4 on Monday? Yeah, it is what it is. I'll make it happen to get it done. Jason?
Yep, I'm good.
Okay. So, entertain a motion to continue the MBTA zoning public hearing to April 7th at 4 PM. And we'll do
So
it
motioned.
Zoom,
Via
via
Zoom.
Zoom, and it'll be publicly,
We'll have the link on the
Nice.
agenda.
Yeah,
Okay.
so motioned.
Seconded.
all those in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Sorry to any inconvenience for the
Put this in my calendar now before I
miss.
forget to put it
Yeah,
on my
4
calendar.
o'clock, let me put it in my calendar as well.
Yes. Have a great day.
4 o'clock. Rebecca, you'll set that up?
Yes, 100%. I
Okay.
will draft the agenda this evening.
Thank you. All right. 4 PM. Yeah, I got CPC meetings that night as well.
You do?
So, and you said, there's a select board meeting Monday too? Or no?
There's candidates night at 6 PM.
Wait,
There's
maybe
this-
that's maybe we moved that one. That's the old one that I didn't take out of
I
my
was gonna say,
calendar.
that's gonna be a
That's
busy
probably what it
Monday.
is. Yes, he
Right.
did say that.
He said he wanted to, and then a couple people said they
With
couldn't
the-
That's
attend.
all kinds of fun at the old town hall.
Yes,
With
we
the
do,
8th, right?
all the time.
Well, I think that's what he wants to do, but he was
No
kind of,
one's-
oh, it's happened?
No, I don't, no one replied, right? There's only a couple people that said yes.
There are a couple people that said no,
Yeah, okay.
anyway.
All right. Okay, we will go next up, now we can go in order. Katie Lane, roadway acceptance recommendation for town meeting. We have Katie Lane here in front of you. I believe this is Katie
You
Lane.
also
Yeah,
have
that's
the memo
Billis Way.
from TEC that was just received
Right.
today. And a copy of the updated as-built plan,
There it is. All right.
the street acceptance plan.
Memo from project manager David Nader. EC on behalf of Town of Groveland is reviewing the plan. Dated March 31st. Land survey and design of Merrimack, Massachusetts, to form conformance with the approved definitive sub plan. Upon review of the above-mentioned plans, TEC has determined that the street acceptance plan accurately displays in the approved and recorded definitive subdivision plan layout of the lots and easement located on what is now referred to as Katy Lane. So, we have TEC's approval for Katy Lane. That's their recommendation. Do you have any additional comments on it?
No, and the select board did refer this to the planning board for a vote. So they'll be hearing it on Monday to make their final decision as to whether or not they accept the laying out of the way, and then whether or not they would accept, make a favorable or unfavorable recommendation to town meeting.
Okay. I have not received any correspondence from anyone from Katy Lane, for or against, so usually no news is good news. Have you had any feedback, any concern? No?
No, none that come through the office.
Okay. Do you know how many lots how full they are? Any idea?
How many lots, what?
Have been sold? 2 left. 2 left? Thank you. That's good. You guys have any questions, comments, concerns, issues, worries?
No, I have no worries. I know some people that live there, and I'm sure would like to have their street accepted.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. One of you guys want to float a motion to,
I'll make a motion to vote favorably of a recommendation for the street acceptance of Katy Lane for next town meeting.
I will second that.
discussion? You good?
Good?
Any update to that we needed? Anything we're missing? We're good? All right. All those, motion made and seconded, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so moved. Nice, okay, all right. Good, yeah, you're good. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Congrats.
See what happens at town meeting.
Yeah, it's one step closer. That's all you can do, one step at a time. Billis Way, parcel A and B, acceptance recommendation for town meeting. Parcel A and B, what's this one? That's the overlay.
That is here.
Hmm?
That is here.
There we go.
And these are the lots that specifically hold the drainage, the basin on the back with parcel B, which also provides access to the well in the back. And
Okay.
then parcel A, which in addition to the runoff from Billis Way, also captures runoff from the cemetery.
And parcel B was also supposed to be, have the trail to connect into the other trails that are back there as well along the river.
So the plans don't reference that as trail access, they just reference it as an easement for the well, for the water and
Perfect.
sewer department.
Select board voted favorable? Are
So they voted favorably for the laying out of Billis Way,
Okay.
and then they voted favorable recommendation on both of the articles to accept the drainage that correlates with the roadway for parcel A and B.
And we're good with TEC correspondence for that, and any issues for any other correspondence against, for or against?
So
No one
they have
knows.
not, remember, this one is a little bit unique in the sense that this was all reviewed prior.
Yep.
So a lot of the information is older.
Like from
So-
2018?
Exactly, so we have GZA's review of the parcel back in 2017 in terms of the drainage. And then we have environmental partners, they reviewed the development in regards to, well, so GZA was the original peer reviewer for the Billis Way development back in 2016, when it went through the permitting process. The final review for the subdivision plans, I'll have to double check. Again, the documents that were sent to me are only of the actual review of the subdivision plans that were submitted. So GZA did sign off on April 21st, 2017 in regards to the drainage analysis and subdivision, definitive subdivision plan, this traffic assessment and the environmental assessment. But I don't have the as-built review in front of me.
Okay.
And would that have been more contemporaneous, like more recently?
Yes, that would have been done more recently because that's when we would have gone through the process of the bond reduction to
Sure.
releasing everything as those items were completed, and TEC was our engineer at that point in time.
How long ago was that, do you know?
That was probably 2021, 22, around that time frame, I would believe.
Is there any concern because of the time gap? I know you said that this was a unique situation.
Not necessarily, I mean, when we did look at the review from TEC, the review that came from March 25th of last month, they did sign off on that the road was constructed accordance to plan. So I believe I believe that they've reviewed the drainage in relation to the roadway as part of their review. I just don't have that document, which I should. So I can forward that over to the board.
I think I recall that in the letter from last meeting. We talked about the
Yeah.
stormwater.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would have had to get this all online because it was supposed to go to town meeting prior to this.
Yeah,
Yeah, this would be last year.
last
Yeah.
April, yeah.
So everything would have been all in order.
Yep. Cool. I'm good unless you guys have any other questions.
I'm good.
Okay. Make a motion to make what's the word?
Favorable?
Favorable, thank you. Favorable recommendation for town meeting for the warrant for 2025.
Seconded?
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
So moved. All right.
Do we need to make a separate recommendation for the drainage easement?
Yes.
acceptance?
I guess we probably could have done it as one, but, and I'll say the same thing. So this is make a motion to make a favorable recommendation at town meeting 2025 for Billis Way drainage easement and acceptance.
Seconded?
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Next up, Valley Farm Road, Lot A and E, acceptance recommendation for town meeting. You guys can have your discussion. I have to recuse myself from discussion. I'm in a butter, so
Get out.
I can stay and listen. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Sure.
We gotta turn over temporary chair. You guys can have discussion, so.
Okay.
Who wants to? Chris, you want to take it?
Sure, I'll take
Alright.
it.
There you go. Move to nominate Chris Goodwin as temporary chair to discuss Valley Farm Road.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye. All right, discussion, Valley Farm Road, excuse me, Lot A and E acceptance recommendation at town meeting. You've reviewed the materials, any questions or discussion from the board?
Anything from the town planner?
No, sorry, no, these were parcels that were supposed to be accepted by the town when they accepted the road. However, they were not turned over to the town as they were supposed to be, so the property owner has stopped paying taxes on these particular lots. They did fall into tax title. We have worked out with the developer to continue to bring these up so that the account is current, so that we can take them as planned.
All right,
No favorable or unfavorable, anything from anyone that we're aware of?
I have not seen anything, correspondence otherwise, in either direction, so,
Okay.
as we previously discussed, in my opinion, no news is good news.
True.
Jason, any
No, I'm good.
thoughts? Good. Patrick, any thoughts?
All good?
Good. All right, would anyone like to fly a motion?
Fly a motion that we move favorable for Lot A and E acceptance from Valley Farm Road.
I'll second that motion.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. I would like to make a motion to reinstate DJ McNulty as chair of the planning board for tonight.
I'll second that.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, all right, motion passes. DJ, welcome back.
Thanks. All right. All right, town planner update. Flying right along here.
Yeah, this was what it should have been like last time.
I don't have any updates.
Okay.
All right.
Are you sure?
I do
Is that a
not-
question or a
Just
comment?
just to state that I did find some of the meetings that we had with TEC from 2021 in regards to the construction progress at Billis Way, which looked at the following items being the roadway pavement binder, curbing, drainage utilities, street lighting, erosion control, sidewalk binder, and then has, as they typically do, made their recommendation to reduce the site security accordingly. So we do have a document trail that they were in fact constructed as designed and as approved by the original engineer who looked at the plans, GZA.
I vaguely remember the road going through that process, because I think that there was grass seed, they wanted more grass seed or something like that, and the sidewalks, but, thank you. All right, next up, correspondence, planning board minutes approval from April 23rd, 2024, May 7th, May 28th, June 11th, October 29th, December 17th, January 7th, January 21st, February 4th, February 25th, March 4th, and March 18th. I assume you guys have read through that entire packet of all of your meeting minutes?
Indeed.
So we added them as correspondence so that you could take it an opportunity too, if you have not already had the opportunity to go through them and make an official vote at the next meeting if you'd like to as well, unless you've had the opportunity to go through them. We just had a backlog of minutes that we had not gotten to, and we've been trying to find creative ways to help with that process, so we were using a new software, so we were trying to get some transcripts from the recordings to help us kind of make the process a little less tedious. So
Yeah.
that's why you're seeing a bulk of them all at once.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Gen AI
They
is
look-
helpful.
They looked fine to me.
Yeah, so it's up to you. If you've had a chance to review, I just didn't want to put so much pressure because there are a lot, but
There is just one. One brief note on the, wait a minute. Were these both dated January 21? I'm confused. Page 1 of 2, page 2 of 2, page 1 of 3. Looks like 2 sets of minutes are listed for January 21, 2025. Sorry.
oh, you're fine.
Is it duplicate for 2 dates?
Well, no, it's different minutes
Different minutes with the same date?
for the same listed meeting date.
Gotcha.
January 7th,
What
one
it
of
looks
3.
like to me,
January 20,
so this must have been a February meeting or possibly, yeah,
yeah,
one of the February meetings.
I concur.
This must be February 4th, though it's dated, it's listed January 21, I think.
Yeah, because the next one is February 25th.
Right. So on the second January 21, 25 meeting, which I think should have been February 4th, 2025, in the 931 Salem Street, I'd just like the record to reflect that I recused myself from that portion of the meeting because, again, the proponent is my residential neighbor. But otherwise, everything's great. So I think that's the second January 21, 25 meeting is actually February 4th.
It does say February 4th down in the footnote.
Oh, awesome.
So-
Okay, good. That's helpful.
We will make that amendment.
Thank you so much. Otherwise, everything was great.
Good catch. What about was the other meeting that you had to step out of as well?
It was
Is
the one
is
before
it?
that. It was the actual January 21, 25 meeting.
Is that-
remember that they were 2 in a row.
Is that called out?
Yeah,
On
it
that
is in
one?
the first
Okay.
one, yeah.
Cool. Good, cool.
Thanks, guys.
Make a motion to accept the meeting, unless you guys want to continue to review.
No,
If you want
that's fine.
Want a meeting to
No, they
review.
were, otherwise, they were perfect.
Jason?
Nope, good.
Okay. Make a motion to accept the meeting minutes for all of the corresponding dates that we just read through, with the amendments that Rebecca has just made.
Seconded.
All those made and seconded, all those in favor? Aye,
Aye.
so moved. Other items not reasonably anticipated at the time of posting.
I have nothing.
Wow.
Done.
So,
So next meeting is April 7th, not the 15th.
correct. The next meeting is April 7th. It'll be via Zoom at 4 o'clock. Please check the town hall website for the updates and the link, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Are we also setting
then
the
we-
April 15th?
We will also meet on the April 15th as well. Is there any scheduling conflicts there? Are we good to go on the 15th?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. Tax day. And that is good. That's in my calendar. That's the only reason. So we are good. We'll go back to normal. We have the 2 weeks off, and then we're gonna try to keep it first and third, right? For going forward, as best we can. Unless there's something else that comes up that needs to be, the only thing I'll say is, it is April 1st. We have town meeting on April 28th
Correct.
at 6:30 or 7?
Correct.
6:30 on the 28th. So all of you who can make it out, please do. So we have, at least have a quorum. That's the start. We
So what-
have
You said the time was 6:30?
6:30, yeah. There are a lot of warrants this year,
49 warrant articles.
49.
Holy smokes.
We'll be doing a presentation on the MBTA zoning. What else do we have? Zoning, we have the streets.
So you will
But-
be making recommendations on all of the zoning articles that the planning board serves as
Right.
the body to hear those matters before presenting them to town meeting.
But the major ones that are,
So battery energy storage, the floodplain overlay district, the MBTA 3A zoning, the Board of Selectmen to Select Board, the shared parking, and then the ADUs.
ADUs. That's right. No, I was thinking something. So please come out if you can. And that is it. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So motioned.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Meeting closed at 7:32. Thank you, Groveland. Good night.